Captain Karl Burnside here. It's Friday, August 27th. Welcome to a Saginaw Bay fishing report. Haven't done one in a couple weeks. And also kind of a bonus footage issue, I guess. Just a little footage of us setting up some planer boards and things so you guys can see it while we were out on the lake this week. And also, please stay tuned at the end, because if you're a boater, some important information about a hazard out there in Wild Fowl Bay that you need to know about. So this week's fishing report, well, it's been 3 weeks, probably 2.5 weeks, 3 since we did one. Water temperature is now, I say in the video that you're going to see here, 84, but we actually found higher than that. We found 85.3 degrees measured at the surface and 80.1 measured at the bottom of the lake, and that was in, I want to say, 22 feet of water. So it is hot out there. The fish are lethargic. Where we would need to go at this point looks like to be out of Saginaw Bay. Cooler temperatures, Port Austin area, all right? Maybe Grindstone City over that way. I've heard of some folks having success over there. Limited success on walleye, but of course the other fish, lake trout, steelhead, and things are doing well for my here over in that area. So that's our fishing report. I guess it's not good news. Well, let's put it this way. Let's not sweeten it up. This is not good news. And really hoping that there would be a cool down in the temperatures here, but I'm looking at future forecasts for the next 2 weeks or so, and 2.5 weeks, it's just not going to happen. It's going to be hot first part of September, and we're going to be waiting a while for those temperatures to fall back. You know, we stop operations the 30th of September for various reasons, commercial reasons, but weather being one of them. Things start to get dicey out there, as a lot of you guys know, if you're on the bay towards the end of September. You know, on the chance that there's some good weather in October, which often there is, probably we're going to be able to find some good fishing back out there again as the water cools off. But for now, as you'll see in the video of us setting up the planer boards and things, we really wanted to show a planer board setup because I had a lot of guys, how do those things work? You know, they're really simple. It's a short video. So we showed using bottom bouncers out there, and I neglected the pull rods that I had plastic baits on, you know, repellents and things. So we're just showing the bottom bouncer setup. But for me, I've already been out there a couple times this week, and what limited success there was off of the body baits and, you know, speeding things up to get that aggression strike out of them. But even that is slow. So in the areas I'm talking is the north end of the slot, just outside of Wild Fowl Bay, North Island, Sand Point, and over by the Charities. So unprecedented year in that respect, but please enjoy the following video, a short video, and please stick around at the end for just information on where we found a water hazard almost in the middle of Wild Fowl Bay. It almost looked like a telephone pole, but it wasn't. It was a cut log. It was about the diameter of a telephone pole in about 13 foot of water or so. And it was sticking up at a 45-degree angle, and the waves were kind of hiding it, and then the waves would recede in the trough, and you would see it. And we were lucky to see it, because at first, at a distance, we thought it might have been some type of migratory bird, and we got a little closer and got the binocs out, and Lord and behold, it was a log just waiting to take us out. So we do have the latitude and longitude estimate, not the exact, but, you know, coordinates. Remember, it's a log. It looked like it was stuck in the bottom of the sand lake bottom, but wave action is going to move it around. So it's just a generalized area. Be on the lookout for it. I would hate to see anybody hit that thing, and certainly glad we didn't either. So it's Captain Karl Burnside here at Thumbs Up Charter Services, and we're glad to have you. Hey, on YouTube, join us. Hit the follow us button or the subscribe button. Love to have you along for journeys on the Ambrose here, and some more videos hopefully later this fall. Maybe I definitely plan on going out and doing some more fishing this fall, and we'll take you along with us on that. But for the moment, looks like things are, you know, pretty slow out there. But I mean, let me put it this way. Let me think. Would I rather be at work at a desk, or would I rather be out trying to catch some fish, even if it was slow? I think I'd rather just be out to take outside fishing and being on the Great Lakes, hands down. So it's an enjoyable time regardless. But you can follow us on Facebook at Thumbs Up Charter Services. Follow us at Google at Thumbs Up Charter Services of Bayport, Sebewaing, Michigan. And until next time, folks, this is Captain Karl Burnside wishing you great times on the Great Lakes. Take care.
Hey, Captain Burnside. So tell me where we are this morning.
Well, Ray, we are out off of North Island because if you saw our video last night, we marked some fish out here and we're still marking some of them. And we're going to go with the wind here with our transit to the wind, and I'm pointing towards the Sandpoint water tower out here now. And there's North Island right there. Got the autopilot going. We're going to go back here and set up some bottom bouncers. And for you that have never worked with bottom bouncers before, we're going to show you the entire process, okay? So we use rod trees with our planer boards, and we use planer boards that are specific, port and starboard. Planer boards allow us to put multiple lines out on the same side of the boat, okay? So you increase your chance by having more lures and rods out. So, got a 3-rod rod tree here. Gotta get our worms. We'll show you the rigs we're using. This is called bottom bouncing. Okay? Bottom bouncing, we use a planer board, crawlers with a crawler harness, and we use a bottom bouncer. It's made out of lead. That's a 3-ounce bottom bouncer. I use 3 ounce for just about everything unless I'm in extremely shallow water. Okay? Don't want this to drag around. I find the heavier it is, the better, regardless of the water depth. Some guys say below 20 feet use 1.5 ounces, or 10 feet use 1.5 ounces, 20 feet use 2 ounces. I just jump right to the big ones and have great success with it. So we got a crawler harness lead. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop a worm onto this crawler harness, and then we're going to set this board out, or set this line out. We'll show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. You don't even have to use a line counter. At least not my method. There's other ways to do it. As I always say, there's a million ways to do this stuff, but I have great success with this. We have our speed at about 1.7 right now. And when we deploy this thing, this whole rig is going to go down to the bottom. And as we're trolling, this piece of lead is going to be pulled and bounce off the bottom. That's why they call it a bottom bouncer. And that's going to give action to our lure, but it's going to keep it right down on the bottom of the lake for us. So how we do it is we put the lure out, we release line slowly. We're in about 18 feet of water, and you look for the line to go slack. Went slack right there. Hold onto your line, let it taut up, so take the slack out of it. Give it one more round to release until you slack again. That's where I set them, right there. I give them 2, 3, 4 rounds around back. Pulling the line a little bit. Snap on my planer board. And out it goes. I do have flags on these planer boards. I'll show you that in a minute. I don't use the flags, and I'll explain that. Some guys use them and love them. I decided not to use them just because I got a system and we've done it so many times. You don't want to set this planer board out, maybe, I don't know, sunny day like this, a little bit farther the better. We'll probably let it out 50 yards or so, just because we're shallow water and we got a lot of sun out here. Just let it go out the back. I would say 50 yards, probably like 30 yards. A little hard to gauge out here. That should be sharp. Be enough. Lock her tight so you don't let any more line out. Pop it up to your rod tree, and that board will start to follow over here. And then we just repeat the process over and over again until we get all of our lines out. Okay, so we've got 3 boards set up at this side of the boat. The important thing to remember in the state of Michigan is each angler on the Great Lakes is going to have 3 lines out per person. What we're doing back here is I like to try to put them in a line as best I can. Sometimes with wave action you can't exactly get that, but what you're looking for is one of those planer boards to get out of position from where you set them. That means you got a fish on. What happens is we do have a flag system on these boards. All right, you can either set this to be up and go down when you get a fish, or you can set it what I call you got mail. The way I like to do them is they pull up and the flag goes up when you got a fish on. The problem with walleye, they like to swim with the lure once they're hooked. And sometimes that's not enough to pull the flag up. You get a lot of false reads. So what I like to do is just set up kind of a pattern as I can. Remember where the planer boards were. And if you get a fish on there, you will see one of them drag back. I mean, it's just that simple. You're going to see it drag back. You'll see maybe a little bit of action on your rod tip. You read the rod tip, you read the planer board. If it looks unusual from where you set it, then you best check it. All right, see how this planer board fell way the heck out of here? We got a fish on. Or we got some type of debris on, I'm not sure, but we got to check it out. Because it fell way out of place. Could be seaweed, but that's what you're going to see when you get a fish on. The board's going to get out of position. And I'm thinking it's probably seaweed. I don't feel a fish kicking it. But that was a great example of what you're going to see. All right, so we got all 6 of our lines out now. 3 per rod tree, got our planer boards out, port and starboard. I guess this is the time when you can go find some refreshments, because now you're just waiting to get a fish. And we are marking some fish on our chart plotter. The water temperature, as we mentioned out here, is 84 degrees. So not sure if they're going to want to bite on these or not. I didn't bring any, well, I got setups here, but I got rods already set up for plastic baits instead of night crawlers, but I didn't really bring those rods today. We really wanted to come out here and show you guys bottom bouncers. So I think we've done that, and we're just going to hang out here and see if we get a couple bites. Maybe we'll have dinner here.